Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to my show. My name is Sarah Nadler, and this week I wanted to do something a little bit different. Normally, this show is all about self-care and work-life balance. As a busy business owner, I know that this is definitely a hot topic right now for a lot of you. COVID has sort of taken a pendulum swing the other direction, and places are opening up, and you're all getting overwhelmed. So I apologize for not doing a video on that topic this week, but I feel like the topic that I am going to talk about, I'm getting so many questions about this that I really need to take a little bit of a deep dive into it. And that is how I'm writing my book and the process I'm moving through in order to publish it. So let's dive deep into Get Married, Stay Married. For those of you who haven't watched earlier episodes, first of all, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I would love you if you do so, and you're going to get lots of amazing tips to help you balance work life as a busy business owner. That being said, as I've already mentioned, I am in the middle of writing my next book. This is going to be my 5th published book. 3 of those previous books are fiction works for children. One of them is a nonfiction book, but it was very short. And so this is really my first full-length nonfiction book. And I'm moving through the process of doing it. And I wanted to kind of walk you guys through that, because if you've ever thought about doing this, I have some amazing tips for you that are going to make your life so much easier that I wish I had had when I first started writing. 5 years ago, first started publishing my books. So let's dive through. Step 1, have a place that you're going to write that you can access from anywhere. For me, the best place is Google Drive. I love Google Drive. I use it in my business all the time, and so it's easy to get to on my laptop or on my phone. And of course, Google Drive tracks your changes. So if I ever make a change to my manuscript and I go, why did I do that? I can just go back and revert the change. So that's always given me a lot of confidence as I'm writing. One tip I will give you as a writer, which I did not invent, but I follow religiously, and that is when you're being the writer, be the writer. Don't be the editor. When you're being the editor, you've got to be cool and calm as the editor and not fighting with your writer side. So wear one hat, not the other, in other words. That helps me a lot to actually finish books. Until I learned that skill, and until I learned that that was even something you should do, I wrote lots of half stories and never actually finished one. So that's been key in getting this book done, which it is now finished. And I wanted to kind of walk you guys through what we have here. So I'm going to move myself over in this video so you can see what I'm doing. This is the 2nd edition of the manuscript. One of the things I have done that's been super successful this round is really build myself a team, which I didn't have before, mainly because I didn't have the support structure that I have now. Having grown my business for the last 2 years, I obviously have a lot more fans and a lot more followers and a lot more past clients who are able to reach out to me and give me the support I need in order to write this book. And I'm super grateful to all of you who have done so. I've just been an amazing amount of feedback. But let's get back to the point here. So in this video, I really want to walk you through the tools I use to write my book and also how the book is going, right? A lot of you have mentioned to me that you want to see the journey. Well, this is it. So as I said, this is the 2nd version. The first version went out to the first round of book launch team members. I got some feedback from them, which is great. Thank you so much if you gave me feedback. And based on that feedback, I made a couple of tweaks. Mainly the tweaks thus far have been in the direction of making sure this is a secular book. If you know me, you know I'm a business consultant. I'm also a certified life coach, but I'm also an ordained minister and have been for 12 years. So separating out in my mind what to me seemed super clear between theology and philosophy and fact has not totally translated in the first round of edits to my readers. So that was really amazing feedback. Thank you so much for everyone who pointed that out to me, that it was getting a little bit too in the direction of religion. So we yanked it back, just straight facts here, because what I want this to be is a book that anybody can pick up and learn a few tools that will improve their marriage. So I think that's really the direction we're going with this. And I'm very, very excited about that. So we're on to manuscript 2. It's gone back to a couple of people to get more feedback. And yeah, we'll just walk through it. I added an introduction, which wasn't there before, just to kind of give a little bit more, not social proof, but more trust signals, I guess, right? Sending the trust signal that I am someone who knows something on the subject. There wasn't a whole lot in here before about why I'm the right person to write this book. And obviously my clients believe I am, so I figured I'd better explain why. So we added an introduction. That, of course, changed the first chapter of the book, and then the rest has pretty much remained the same throughout. So if you're still working on getting through the manuscript as a book launch team member and you want to give me your feedback, I would absolutely love to hear that. But let's get back into the tool. So I use Google Drive, like I said. Another great thing it has over here is basically an easy index, so I can find where I'm at, and it has a fantastic find tool. So if I'm trying to, replace a word or something like that, it's really easy to find. Before we go any further, I absolutely have to mention Self-Publishing School. This is not a paid endorsement. I'm not getting any kickbacks for mentioning them. They have been incredible. The man's name is Chandler Bolt, I think. I just happened to come across them and it was incredible. I got this free resource because, like I said, I've published 3 books, but they were all fiction. So this is really my first full-length nonfiction book, and I had no idea where to begin. So this has just been awesome. He gave it all away for free. I don't know that he's still giving it away for free, but if he is, and you ever plan to write a book, I highly recommend you jump over to selfpublishingschool.com. It's self-publishingschool.com. I don't know why. I guess they couldn't find the right domain name, but it is an amazing resource, and I highly recommend it. So go pick that up. And what I used, just so you know, was this right here, the nonfiction book outline template. Nonfiction book outline template. It completely saved me and really made this a super fast process to actually get this book done. So that has been amazing. And then, I am so excited to announce that having finished the manuscript and well into our feedback and ARC process, advanced reader copies have gone out to my book launch team, right? It's now time to talk about design. So previously, on all of my previous books, I actually hired a graphic designer to do those covers, mainly because they were fiction books. I'm not an artist, and I knew that if I wanted it to attract kids, it had to be really attractive and really fun. So I don't regret that in any way. It was worth every penny. Especially my Tales from the Kingdom of Teledor, which Hugo Award-winning artist Julie Dillon did that cover, and I am still in love with it to this day. Years later, I look at it and it warms my heart. I love that cover. So definitely not trying to say that you should not hire a graphic designer. However, I ran into one bug in trying to do mine, which is why I used Canva to just design my own cover. And I gave it 3 different options. I don't have the third option here. Here, I'll show you my third option in a minute. But I came up with several completely different ideas for the cover, mainly because I had no idea where I wanted to go with this cover. I wanted it to look professional. I wanted it to look put together, right? And I wanted it to be inclusive as well, but I was really struggling with what direction I wanted to go. Did I want to go with something completely not photographic, right? Or did I want to try to find somehow a photo that was only 2 people in love, but also inclusive? I don't know. It started to drive me crazy trying to figure out the perfect photo. So here's my recommendation, which is exactly what I did. If you're ever in this situation, you can't figure out where you're trying to go, do a rough draft. You don't have to get as complicated as I did. I actually completely designed 2 completely different covers, right down to the fonts and the sizes and everything else, only because I have a little bit of graphic design background, just tiny amount, not amazing. And then survey. That is your key is survey. So what I did, and I highly recommend because we're not made of money, right, is I just jumped on Facebook and I put it to my audience. I posted it in different groups and whatnot. Oh, there's Kelly telling me that she actually is going to edit or help me edit the book. So getting back to the point, I jumped into Facebook groups and I just posted the two and I said, look, guys, here's the book. Here's the target audience. If you fit this criteria, please give me your feedback. I got amazing feedback. I posted it in writer groups and then also in marriage groups just to kind of get the full sense of what people were saying. And then I also put it in my story. So just to kind of give you a sense of what that looks like, you can see I recorded a little video. So as you can see, it doesn't have to be a beautiful, amazing video, right? I just did with my phone a little video and then I posted each of the covers, right? So there's three of them. There's this one, which is the couple. There's the little cute paper clip looking dude with the heart. And then there's the pink one. And then just so that people could really get the point that I wanted their opinion, I did them again and I put in a little push to get on the wait list for the book in case anybody wanted that. And from that, I've gotten amazing feedback. And I'm very excited to announce that on August 1st, we're going to be doing a cover reveal to tell you, to show you which of those covers won in the survey. And that's really key because remember, it's not just about what I want my book to look like. Obviously, I designed all three covers, so I would never survey something I think is ugly because then I'm going to be unhappy if they pick it, right? So I picked three that I figured I could live with. But then get your audience to tell you what they want, right? Even before I started writing the book, I put out a survey saying, look, guys, what would you want a marriage course to be about, right? Because the point of this book is not just to have a book. I do eventually intend to have an online course to go with it, just based off of my years of one-on-one marriage coaching with couples. And so really for me, that was the key, was like, what do people want to know? I know what I have found to be helpful in salvaging people's marriages or just helping them to build one from the beginning, right? As a newlywed or newly engaged person. But what do they want to know? And I think if you're going to write a nonfiction book, you really have to find that out before you put pen to paper or start typing, because at the end of the day, are you going to sell any books or aren't you, right? It's all well and good to do it all like, well, just as a hobby, I just want to write this book. But that's usually why books don't get finished, right? So anyway, that's all I have to share with you guys this week. I hope you found that helpful. If you do want a copy of my book, all you've got to do is just type in getmarriedstaymarried.com and you will find the button right here, which allows you to get a copy of the book at a discounted rate once it's released. And also, once the course is actually built, you're going to get free access to it because you are on the wait list. If you wait until after August 1st, that second little freebie that I'm throwing in there is not going to be available anymore. So it's a very, very limited time. And you're also going to get some notifications just about the cover reveal party on August 1st. And later you'll get notifications about the book launch party, which I think is happening September 5th. So anyway, I hope to see you guys there. And thank you so much for watching. Have a good week. Bye.